Hi friends, welcome back to
Wish You Love Podcast.
I'm Jazmine.
And I'm Marilyn.
And happy day before Valentine's
Yay!
Day. If you're watching us on YouTube, we try to get festive with our colors. Hope you guys are excited to celebrate Valentine's Day. Whether that be with your partner, with your family, even with your girlfriends.
Yeah.
Hope, tag us if
Galentine's.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Tag us if you've hosted a Galentine's or went to one. Definitely want to see that. So excited to be here. Thank you so much for tuning in yet again. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, follow, share, all of the above. And
spread the love.
Yeah.
Spread the wish you love.
And to start us off here, we have our opening question. Always something fun just to get us into the mood of the episode. So for today's opening question, the question is, think about a friend that you have in your life and what's one thing you love about that person. In this case, Marilyn, I think it'd be fun to do each other.
Yes, it would be fun to do that.
Yeah. And let me know if you want to start. You want me to start?
You start.
Me? Okay. So one thing I love the most about Marilyn is I think Marilyn brings such her aura. And I think that's something I told you the moment I met you. Like, you just bring this aura and energy of just I don't know how to describe it, just calmness, if that makes sense. Very peaceful. And I think I love that the most about you. I feel like I can open up and tell you things and not feel like, oh my gosh, is she gonna take it the good way, or is she gonna judge me, or is she gonna, I don't know, think different of me? And I don't see that in you. I think you're one of my friends that comes with that energy where you just come with light and love and just calmness. And yeah, I really love that about you, and I appreciate that a lot.
Thank you. That's definitely something that I want to work on. So thank you for telling me that. I want to do that especially for my kids, to make sure that they can talk to me and not explode on them, because that's super easy to do, right? That's the easy thing. If you feel disappointed in your friend, or maybe they've hurt you, it's much harder to come in a place of love instead of anger. So thank you for telling me that, because that's something I strive for. So thank you. I think something that I love about Jazmine, I was thinking honestly the same thing, her energy. She said aura, so I guess it's a little different, but just her energy of, she's really, I said this before, she's a girl's girl. She's super kind, and I know kind and sweet are the same thing, but she's really sweet, and just somebody that you know that when you see her, she's going to give you a big hug. She's going to be like, how are you? She has good energy. And I feel that, we all need to have friends like you that come with positive energy, that come with so much love, that, will do a Galentine's. She will plan a whole Galentine's with your name card and really cute themed. And I just love that about you, that you really are just a businesswoman, a kind woman, a woman that cares for others. And, I know you say you overthink a lot, but when people overthink, it's usually because they care a lot. So that's what I love about you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. And I think I love that we both said energy.
Yeah,
aura, energy. It's
a little different, little same.
Yeah, And I think that's what makes this friendship so good and powerful, because it's you put two good energies and it's a beautiful thing that comes from it.
I've had so many people say that the podcast is just a burst of positive energy, and I'm I feel that everyone needs that when they wake up in the morning, when they're getting ready, or when they're driving to work. Why listen to something sad? That's not a good way to start off your day. So I love that, and I think that's why, like you said, I think that's why it works.
Love
our Galentine.
Well, I hope you think of that person. I hope you message them, give them a call, send them a text, and share with them what's that one thing you love the most about them. I think it'll really make their day. And spread love, spread kindness.
Love,
All right, well, we're going to get into it. Marilyn, you want to state the question for today? Yes. While she pulls that up, thank you so much to everyone who's been interacting with us on social media. And hope you guys check out our previous episode if you haven't already. We're spreading a bunch of love, self-love, love to others this whole month of February.
Yes, we really are. If you thought we spread love before, this is like amped up to 3,000. I'm just kidding. Our question of the day is talk about someone who has helped change you for the better. So Jazmine is going to start us off.
In the spirit of Valentine's Day, and the first person that actually even came up to my mind, I'm going to dedicate my answer and this question to my sweet boy, Angel. So if you're listening, I love you so much. But okay, so let's talk about my relationship with Angel. Angel and I have been together for going on 4 years soon, next month. So we'll be 4 years next month. This person, like, oh my gosh, you guys, he's truly like has changed me and my life in the sense where I feel like I've always been positive, but she's just brought so much more sweetness and like realness that I need. These past going, like I said, I'm going to say 4 years because it's basically next month. But these past 4 years, like they've truly been like ups and downs with like life. I mean, we started dating when it was COVID. So, I mean, that was a pretty like awkward time to date and there was so much going on. But I think I love that he's just always been such a supporter for me in the sense where like if anything pops up, however I feel, like I just go straight to him and he just listens and like won't judge, he'll allow me to just pour my heart, pour my feelings, pour my thoughts. And I'm telling you, like, I will not sugarcoat it. Like, it will just be like anything that just I think of or anything that I want to say is what comes out. And I think he just brings like the realness, like, okay, you told me everything that you told me. I'm here to like listen. I'm here to love you and support you. Now let me bring like the realness or like the calmness that you need to take the next action or to think differently or whatnot. And I feel like that's really helped me now because now I just think of life differently. I think of life where I need that realness. Like he's like that person to bring me into like, okay, like aside from how I feel or aside of what happened, like let's with a calm mind and like what do they say, like it's not in coldness but like with a like not and you're not in heat anymore, now you're like okay,
Like you simmer down, or
I think so, I don't know the word, it was like in my head, but just in that sense, like he just truly like he is one of the sweetest person ever and I'm just so blessed to have him and he's truly made me better and just I don't know. I feel like I can go on and on about Angel. He just brings love and realness into my life. And I think that truly makes me better and makes me I feel different now that I'm with him. And I just love you, Angel. I hope you're listening to this. I feel like, I don't know, it made me think, I'm like, damn, like if I ever write vows, they're going to be all over the place because I have so much thoughts and so much love and I don't even know like how to properly like take it out or like say it for you, but it's just so magical when you find your person. It just really makes like everything like nothing. Like this is all that matters. Like just being with that person and like planning your future. And I'm just so grateful that God led me to this man who has brought so much to my life and is just like so gentle. And I love you.
And as your friend, I think it's beautiful to see when you see two people who love each other, respect each other, and treat each other well. It's really hard to see friends who have a good relationship. Honestly, it's hard to find a good man nowadays, even a good woman too. And so it's beautiful to see your guys' love, and you truly can see it within one another. I think even like when we met, you know, at our friend's wedding, Angel was there. He didn't know the friend, and she's like, nah, he's coming along with me. And he was right there. And I'm so glad that he was, because I got to meet both of you on the same day, and it was really nice. But I love what you said. It's just full of love, and I can't wait till you guys get married. And even if the vows are all over the place, I think it's what makes it beautiful, because nothing's perfect, right?
No. And I think that too, you made me think like how he's helped me is that we're not perfect and we're not the same. Like, if you ever meet me and him, I swear it's like salt and pepper, oil, vinegar, like just chocolate, ice, chocolate, vanilla. Like, it's so, we're so different. And I think all my life I've always been on like this road where it has to go straight, where like my parents have told me like what to do, or not what to do, but like he guided me in this direction, and like, you got to go to school, you got to work a full-time job, like you got to get married, like you got to do this and that. And like, I'm grateful for that and I love that, but like, I think how awesome that he comes and brings something different, something where it made me like go into the next lane, and I'm like, never ever have I done that before. And like, just do that but with love. Like, hey, I'm going to share like one example that like I said, I love when we conversate, because then you open my mind for me to be like, oh, like this is something I want to share, like state. But like, another thing is like, for example, I talked about this in like an episode, one of our podcast episodes, but it was in the sense that because I was raised to always just go to school, get a job, like do this, do that. One of the first things he told me as we started dating, and now continues to tell me, is like, okay, but what makes you happy? Like, aside from like the responsibilities, like he has music, he loves music. That is his, like, what makes him happy, where he can clock and do a 9 to 5, but as soon as he clocks out, he's now doing that. He's recently gotten into photography. That's his new now escape. And so me being a person that's never had that type of stuff, it's always been like extracurriculars, but I always considered them like work or like tasks. Now finding like him pushing and moving me to a different direction of like, but what makes you happy? Like, what do you want to do that's not work or school? Like, do you want to play tennis? Do you want to get into baking? Do you want to do a podcast? Like, all of these things, like, he has helped me think and like change. And I feel like that also has helped me be better, where not being on the same road, but taking a different road, and like curves and stuff like that.
I think beautifully said. And I like it too when we conversate, because then we just start thinking of, everything. And I love that, Jazmine and Angel. Love you guys both. I'm going to repeat the question. So it is, talk about someone who has helped change you for the better. And it's so funny, before the podcast, we go over like our little questions. And I had said, I'm going to talk about my boyfriend too. For mine, it is my Anthony. I've been with Anthony since April of 2018. So we're about to be 6 years soon. He's a Sagittarius. I'm a Capricorn. I don't know if anybody cares about that, but giving y'all our whole rundown. And Anthony has changed me in ways that, oh my goodness, I feel like a totally different person. I actually met him on one of the last days of February in 2018. So I just thought of that right now. I think he has just grounded me. I remember this one conversation we had. He had encouraged me to go to therapy. This was like in 2020. I haven't went to therapy since I was in middle school, so I hadn't been in therapy a long time. And he encouraged me to do it for our kids. And I was like, wow. And after that conversation, I found my therapist that I have now, and she's amazing. And I've been able to grow so much and understand myself and understand my traumas and why I am the way I am. We've talked about that in another podcast episode as well. But without Anthony, I probably would have just continued living with anxiety, with my panic attacks, with my rages of anger, and not had come to a place of understanding and calmness and gentleness with myself and with others around me as well. And so that is one part. Also with school, I mentioned before that I never wanted to go to school. I've always wanted to be a singer. And so when I met him, I was like, oh crap, like I met my person. I knew when I met him, he was my soulmate. And so I was like, dang, I need to get to work, right? Because I'm like, dang, if I want to get married, if I want to have kids, if I want to have a house, like I need to make something work, right? And so he encouraged me to, like, he even helped me because he's a counselor. He helped me get my classes when I was in community college. He really guided me to pursue a higher education to go beyond my associate's degree. I never thought I would get a bachelor's. He encouraged me to get my bachelor's, and he encouraged me to get my master's. And there were so many moments where I wanted to quit. I didn't want to do it. And yet he still, he's like, no, you got to do it. You've applied, you got it, and you got to stick to it. And I remember crying because I didn't want to hear that. But I think he's definitely just been a big part of my life, right? He's been a big part of what, like, when I see him as a man, right? I'm like, you are exactly what I want for myself. You're exactly the kind of dad I want for our kids, just seeing his personality. And as well, Jazmine was talking about how they're vanilla and chocolate. I just wanted to say that I think those two things go yummy together. A lot of people get that Napoleon flavor. It's yummy. It's good. It works. The olive oil and vinegar with that little sourdough bread, like French bread. It's bomb. It works. A lot of times, like, opposites do attract. I don't think that Anthony and I are quite opposites. I think we're like probably different flavors of chocolate, if that makes sense.
That's what I was going to say. I'm like, you're like dark chocolate and milk chocolate.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Or like low fat vanilla and like regular.
The vanilla bean.
Dairy free vanilla. Dairy-free.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we're not really that different. I think our morals, especially, are very much aligned. I just want to say also, never let other people tell you what kind of person to look for. Okay. And number one. Number two, if you have your eyes set on someone particular, like a particular personality or a particular something about a person, don't let people tell you, oh, you can't be too picky. Oh, like, no. You don't settle for what you want.
Especially family.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about.
Because let me tell you, I mean, I'm not going to get into it, but let me tell you, I feel like, again, going back to our culture, very opinionated people. And maybe that goes I feel like everywhere you go, you're going to have opinion. Like people that decide to give their 2 cents. Yes, that's good. Especially your family. Because I know I grew up where I was always like, like I really want my family to like the person I'm with, or my mom or my dad. Like they need to like fall in love with them more than that I'm in love with them. Until like I realized like, no. No, I mean, like I said, I'm not going to get into it, but like Angel and I, when we first started dating, like it was different. He was just not like someone that would normally date or be with. And now it's like, I don't care. I'm glad that I didn't care, or that I was just like, I'm going to stay with my gut and with my heart. And like, this is my person. And I know. And as the years go by, even people like turn out like, wow, like he's such a good person. I knew that from the start. You guys just,
You're out there finding out now.
Yeah.
That's very true. I mean, even like I was told by my mom, like that, because I'm Christian, not Catholic. We might get married in the Catholic Church because my grandfather wants that. But my mom, I remember when I had turned Christian, she was telling me that I had to do my confirmation. And I was like, I don't want to, because at the time, I'm not going to go into it, but I was just really trying to stick to what I was believing in, because I was finding my path in my faith journey at the time. And my mom, I remember her specifically telling me, she's like, watch, Marilyn, one day you're going to marry a Catholic man, or you're going to be with a Catholic man, and you're not going to be able to get married in the Catholic Church. What is their mother going to think of you? Like, you need to have that already ready. And I remember telling her, little me, I was like in high school, not even like junior, I was early high school. And I remember, it was 9th grade. I remember sitting in the back of her seat on her cart, and I said, I'm not going to marry a Catholic man, Ma. I'm going to marry a Christian man. She said, we'll see. Girl, my man's Christian, and his mom's Christian, and he doesn't have his confirmation. Like, what? I told my mom that, and she was like, well, who would have known that would have happened? I was like, me, Ma, because I know what I want. I want a Christian man. Like, I remember really quickly, I don't want to go on too many tangents because I feel like we do that sometimes, but I remember the December before meeting Anthony, I remember praying to God. I was getting to my car and I was in community college. I was in the parking lot and I was just crying and I was telling God, I was like, Lord, I'm just going to tell you what I want in a man and then you send him to me. Okay. You send him, but listen to me. I was like, okay, I want a man who has like 1950s hair, like a pompadour. I want a man like hopefully Latino, just because, I want to really relate to him and his family. I'm not like, specific, like only Latino, but I was like, that would be really nice if my person was like that. Lord, I pray that he loves oldies. I pray that he is kind and he's patient. And I'm just like listing all these things. And I said, and above all else, Lord, I pray that he loves you more than anything in his life. I pray that he's Christian. And when I met Anthony and he had that hair and he was everything I prayed. Oh, I also prayed for he was a vegetarian or vegan. We didn't get that, but we can't get everything we want in life, okay? But he was everything I did pray for. So Anthony, if you're listening to this, I love you so much. And I think both Jazmine and I can say that we are just so blessed to call ourselves the lucky women, to have found our person so young, to feel secure within our relationship, and to have a relationship that's not toxic, that's full of love and guidance, and one that we can be proud of.
Retweet, heart, everything that you said. I think the same. I think we're both very, very blessed. And for anyone listening who maybe you're like, damn, like I haven't found that person, or, I don't know, I would hope not, but like, this is not my person. I don't know, whatever. Yeah. I just want you to know, or I hope you know, like the best things come when you least expect it. Like truly. And coming from someone who was single, like I would consider Angel, like, no, I'm not going to consider. I know Angel is my first serious relationship. Wow. Fun fact. Before him, I never had like a boyfriend. Wow. It was all like, I call it situationships, like things that like never made it past, like never. I mean, some people met my family, my mom, but like not like my whole family or like long. But anyways, I was in those shoes once where I was just like, I'm never going to find the person, or, I'm just going to be single for the rest of my life, or like, true love doesn't exist type of thing. It does. And I just hope that you guys know, like, just pray. Pray. Like make affirmations.
Write about it. Write what you want in a man.
Yes. And I promise you, like when you least expect, do all those things and focus on yourself. And when you least expect it, like that person that's meant to be will like come and sweep you off. And it sounds so cheesy. And I remember like I said, when I was single, I was like, that's not true. Like everyone just says that. And then now that I'm living in it, I'm like, wow, like thank you God for bringing me, like for putting me through all of these like other, things with people, because now it's like, I'm so glad those things didn't work out. Or I'm so glad that like that person like left my life, because now it led me to this person that I know like you want me to like spend the rest of my life with. So I encourage you guys to do that. But I agree. We both are just very blessed. And I think I mentioned this before, like I love going on double dates because it's always so fun. And I think another blessing, a fun thing is that our boyfriends get along. And I love that because now like we can hang out and like they can go do their own thing.
Yeah, they have their own friendship outside of us, which I love. Yeah.
So I don't know, just lots of love. And both Anthony and Angel, I hope you guys know the double A's. Oh my gosh.
Double A.
I hope you guys know that you are both very much loved, and this episode truly goes out to both of you. So
yes, and I love that you mentioned like just keeping that hope, because I know a lot of people are like looking for a partner, and it could be very honestly depressing sometimes when you're looking year after year and just only people, or people that only want one thing and stuff. But I will say what Jazmine said was so correct. I know Anthony's version of his story too. He said that he kept trying to find his person and going on dates and it just wasn't working, and or like people didn't care about him, or they were just like, they didn't value him and stuff. And so he said, right when I stopped caring and I stopped looking, he's like, I met you. And so it's exactly what Jazmine said. It's when you least expect it. I will say I was like, praying for myself. Like, I was like, where is he coming? When he's coming sometime. Like, yeah. So I don't know if that was true for me, because I was expecting he was going to come soon.
But you prayed.
I did.
So you know.
I did. And to wrap up my part of the question, because I didn't wrap it up, I went on a whole thing. But like, he has changed me in my career path, my mental health, and as well my personality. As Jazmine has said before in previous episodes, my boyfriend is a very calm person. He really is that rock in the waves, one that just stands still, that is firm, that is calm. And he has made me a calm person. He has made me more calm. I used to be like, wow, like super hyper.
Like calmer.
Calmer, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I wasn't calm at all before. I was actually pretty crazy too. I was like, I would, be like, blah, 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 and he would be like, whoa, calm down. Like, yeah, he made me a lot more into the woman I want to be, a really calm person. And I love that, especially in the beginning of our relationship. I was telling him I want to ignite this again. We would pray a lot together and stuff. So it's definitely a person for me. So I'm just so grateful that me and my friend here have just great relationships, and we're going to be, praying and hoping for the best for you all listening, either that your relationship flourish or that you find your person, because I know all we want in this life is to be loved, to feel love, and to give love. So on this Valentine's Day, if you're listening in on the actual day or the day before, Valentine's Day week, make sure that you spread love and enjoy your Valentine's Day. Even if you don't have a Valentine, make yourself your Valentine. Do something nice. Watch your favorite movie. Do some self-care. Read your favorite book. Go out to dinner, maybe even with your grandma. I don't know. Do something where you celebrate the day of love, because it doesn't just mean, a partner. It could be friends, like we've said, your grandma, like people that you love in your life. So please always enjoy Valentine's Day, even if you're not in a relationship. I will say that when I was single during Valentine's Day, the few times that I was never sad. Everyone was always saying like, oh, Valentine's Day is so depressing. I'm like, no, it's a day of love. Like, I would still eat chocolates. I would still like do all those things. And I encourage you all to do that as well.
Mm-hmm. And I hope you reflect on this question here today. It really makes you think. I know that we dedicated it to our special person, but this goes for anything. Like, who has made your life better? Yeah. And maybe once you like reflect on that and you think on that, message them and be like, hey, you want to go celebrate Valentine's Day? Yeah. Like, your girlfriend, like, you want to go grab dinner or something, like, do something, spread love. And I hope you guys enjoy your Valentine's week. I like that, because whenever you listen to this, hopefully, this week.
Or your doggy time. I wish I had my dog. That's depressed. She's a sigh, and then the little eye. Like, I always forget I don't have a dog anymore. I was just like, oh, doggy time. Like, all sad, but yeah, your doggy time. You always have somebody to love. So this week, make sure you love somebody or yourself.
Yes. Spread love, spread kindness, and above all else, we wish you love. Bye, friends.